Hi, everyone. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. In this holiday season full of bright, shiny packages wrapped up with a bow, let's talk about intangible gifts. These are the emotional nuggets of wisdom that have emerged from your experiences when you allow them to. This is what it means to build character. These are the gifts, the strengths you give yourself that enable you to move forward resiliently, not just during the holiday, but every day year-round. You may not appreciate your intangible gifts if you do these things. Have you ever accepted a compliment only to find yourself downplaying it or minimizing yourself or giving credit to someone else? Do you beat yourself up over and over again for past problems? Or are you hiding from the truth but really want to move forward? Well, today's tip is to acknowledge and accept the intangible emotional gifts you give yourself so that you can move forward and be your resilient self. In this little tip today, I'll talk about just 4 intangible gifts of pride, of letting go, honesty, and resilience. And I'll ask you 4 questions about how this impacts your life. These internal characteristics really affect your psyche. They're the lessons you've learned to make life better and how you can make the most of them for yourself and for others so you can be unstoppable. I'm Sally Hed Dahlquist, host of the podcast Unstoppable Stories That Move. I'm a chronic globetrotting marathoner who's been running for the last 25 years and have overcome some pretty interesting medical and business challenges. I'm now on a mission to make the world a better place and raise money for medical research. And in addition to the gift of monetary donations, which will ultimately lead to better human health, there are many other emotional gifts which have just as dramatic an impact on our personal lives that keep us moving forward to be unstoppably resilient. So let's talk about 4 of them. They're pride, letting go, honesty, and resilience. And then I'm going to ask you a question with each one. And you can think about that to stimulate your thoughts. Just think about the first thing that pops into your mind. The first internal gift that you can give yourself is the gift of pride. Be proud. Have you ever accepted a compliment only to find fault with yourself or downplaying it, excusing it, minimizing yourself, or giving someone else the credit? Give yourself permission to be proud of your accomplishments without minimizing them or explaining them away. Accept that compliment with a smile and say, "Thank you. I'm glad you noticed. I worked hard for that." And think about your parents. Have you ever heard your mom talk about you to other people? It's always in the best light. If your mom is proud of you, you should be too. I overhear parents talking about their kids all the time. They're not bragging. They're just immensely proud. For example, I've heard parents say, "My son got a job at the Christmas market. He has such a great work ethic. He worked all weekend." Or, "My daughter graduated early. She has a PhD. Someone else told me, "My son even ran a marathon in Antarctica." That's pretty cool. Another of my friends told me, "My son started making light fixtures on Etsy. Now Crate and Barrel has approached him, but they just can't keep up with demand." That's so amazing. She's not bragging, just really proud of what their middle-class family has accomplished. I even heard a girl talk about her grandma. She said, "My grandma had a quadruple bypass, and 6 months later, she ran a half marathon." That is pretty unstoppable. These are the people around you who support you. They want you to be successful, and they'll cheer you on. Pride isn't arrogance. It's acknowledgement that you're doing something hard, and people around you react to that. So accept the pride that says, "I did hard things, and I don't have to downplay them anymore." So fill in the blank here. Ask yourself, one accomplishment that I'm finally willing to be proud of is blank. What are you proud of? What have you done that you find yourself being a little hesitant about? For me, it was running my business. I was partners in a small biotechnology company, and we did some pretty amazing things with medical research, and I didn't do it myself, but I still get credit for it. So I'm going to embrace that acknowledgement. The second gift you can give yourself is to let things go. Just let go of perfection, guilt, regret, old expectations, old ideas, old goals that no longer serve you. Release yourself from these bonds and forgive yourself. Stop telling stories that no longer belong to you. Maybe that was your life in the past. Maybe you got injured and can't compete in the event that you had your heart set on. You may have to let go of that, forgive the fact that you got injured, and set a new goal that's based on what you can do now. Speak to yourself in the way that you would speak nicely to others, with understanding instead of judgment, especially for the past versions of yourself who were doing the best you could with what you had. Learn to let go of that judgment for past mistakes and change your goals and make a new plan moving forward. Sometimes it's temporary. The situation will change. But sometimes that temporary might mean a few years. You got to be prepared, but it doesn't mean it's forever. For me, one of my teenage dreams was to always have a hot car. But then when I had financial problems in my 30s, I had to give up that dream. I made the choice to sell my car. I had this cute little Saab convertible, and I had to let it go. This dream of having a hot car, I had to sell the car so I could accomplish my bigger goal of getting out of debt. And I replaced that car with an old Honda that leaked oil, the locks were broken, and the radio got stolen. But every time I drove that Honda, it motivated me to stick to my financial plan, which took me almost 5 years to get out of debt. It really felt forever when I was first starting to pay the debt back. It seemed like it would take forever. And now, looking back, it seems like it went by pretty fast. Once I started being diligent about chipping away at it, I made progress. A little bit of progress every month turned into financial security after 5 years. It was hard to do at the time, hard to face it, but it was worth it. I had to be totally honest with myself. My financial spreadsheet listened without judgment. QuickBooks was my best friend. QuickBooks never lied to me. It never lied when I was borrowing money, and it never lied when I paid it back. And I also had to really let go of the guilt and regret for getting myself into that situation. I did it so I could support my business, but it was still hard personally. But it's done. I don't have to feel guilty about it anymore. I forgive myself. Ultimately, it worked out. I faced it and I fixed it. Be sure to free yourself and then execute your new plan. So now I want you to fill in the blank. One thing I am letting go of is blank. What old idea or dreams or expectations no longer serve you? What are you going to let go of? One thing I am letting go of is blank. For me, the answer is perfection. I got to say that 80% is good enough, and then I'll ask for help to finish a project. That's why I feel like my website is never finished, and maybe my podcast could be better, but I'm doing it anyway because I got to start somewhere, and why not? I'll get better as I practice more. So the third intangible gift I want you to give yourself is the gift of honesty. Face the honest truth. Are you lying to yourself about something? Are you trying to cover up for something that's not flattering or you're ashamed of, or an experience that was hard to go through? Like for me, it was financial problems, but one of many problems. But telling yourself the truth about what happened, what was hard about it, what hurt you, what stretched you, what you survived, how you made it, and ultimately what it cost you to become who you are today. For me, I lost my car. My boyfriend left me, and I lost my apartment too. That was pretty fun. I know all my plants died too. Years before, my cat had died. Yeah, it was quite the country song there for a while. But all of the things, the price I paid, led me to become who I am today. And those things were hard. I wouldn't wish them on anyone. I don't want to repeat them. I'm not really glad they happened, but I am glad I was able to overcome them. And facing that honest truth was key to dealing with it. So write down your experience. Take a look at those numbers. See those words on the paper. All of that helps you process what happened from your unique perspective. Write it in a journal or tell someone. Tell a person whom you don't need to impress or someone you don't want to impress. Someone that you can tell your problems without judgment, without censoring yourself. And let the raw truth flow. And accept the help from your friend to talk it out. Or if your friend's the one with the problem, you can be the friend who lets someone else spill out their guts. Ask them to tell me more. What does that mean to you? How did that change you? What can you change moving forward? What can you do next? Now I have the question for you, the fill in the blank. So finish the sentence. One story I want to stop hiding from myself is, blank. So now I want you to fill out this question. One story I want to stop hiding from myself is blank. What is that part of your life, that experience that you've kind of been hiding from yourself? For me, it was when I was sick as a kid. That was pretty hard to go through, and growing up, having a medical problem, which ultimately I pretty much made about as full recovery as possible. But it was hard going through that, and it's not something I really talk about. I am now, though, with my quest here to raise money for medical research. Again, it's an experience that made me who I am today. It's not something I'm happy about, and I'm not grateful for it. I just learned to move on and be the best that I can be with the cards I was dealt. And lastly, the intangible gift I want you to give yourself this holiday season is the gift of resilience. You are unstoppable. You managed a problem, and now you know that you can handle it again, or you know what you can do to avoid that situation the next time. Overcoming problems is built through challenge, not comfort. I didn't ask for medical or financial problems. Well, I did kind of ask for the financial problems. I knew what I was getting myself into, but I learned to carry it. I didn't ask for problems. I didn't want these things to become problems, but I learned to carry it. And ultimately, I managed. We tend to measure our lives by what went right or what went wrong. But growth and resilience lives in both. Everything that went according to plan and all the stuff that went awry, you learn from that. You adapt. You adjust so that next time around, you can do better. And when you honor what you gave yourself, what life gave you, and even what it withheld, you step into a deeper kind of strength. Now I want you to fill in the blank for this question. A strength I have today because of my experiences is blank. A strength I have today because of my experiences is blank. So why are you stronger today? Because of an experience you went through. What is that strength? For me, my strength is that I can cope with difficult situations. I've been through a lot. I even got sued. That was rough. Had to go to court and everything. And that was for work. Got sued at work. Felt really powerless and betrayed by that. But ultimately, I was satisfied with the outcome. And it did take all of my internal resources to cope with that. Having to defend yourself in a legal situation was more stressful than I expected because you just don't have control over the outcome. Someone else, the judge, is controlling your life. So I just put all the evidence out there and had to let go of, here's the judgment. Whatever happens, it happens, and I'll be okay no matter what the outcome. And ultimately, the outcome turned out far better than I thought. That was pretty amazing. So back to the original question. What are these 4 intangible gifts resulting from our experiences? There are some gifts that no one hands to you. And there's more than 4, but I'm just talking about these 4. I consider them intangible gifts. Gifts that will change your psyche, help you add clarity, and enable you to use the lessons you've learned to make your life better. So I give you these 4 intangible gifts as your Christmas present, holiday present. They are allowing yourself to have pride in what you do, letting go of ideas that no longer serve you, the gift of honesty to look clearly at the situation you're in, and the gift of resilience to know that you've handled it once and you can handle it again. So now you know what to do. Be proud. The next time someone gives you a compliment, smile and say excitedly, "Thank you. I worked hard for that. It's helping to make my life better. Thanks for noticing." And be honest with yourself. Honestly tell someone your story who won't judge you, or write it down in a journal. I'm starting to tell my story. And if a friend needs to talk through an issue, invite them to tell me more. Also, give yourself the gift of letting go, changing your goals, forgiving yourself and coming up with a new plan. And the best gift of all is to be resilient. Accept the resiliency that you have developed. Be confident that you made it through, you survived, you thrived, or you finished a goal because you stuck to it and are resilient. Every experience has refined us in ways that we still draw from today. Acknowledging your own story fully and honestly is the most generous gift you can give to yourself. And when you can honor what you gave to yourself, what life gave you, and even what the universe withheld from you, you can step into a deeper kind of pride. You did it. It's not ego, it's ownership. Pride isn't arrogance, it's acknowledgement. And acknowledging your own story fully and honestly, facing it head on, is one of the bravest and most generous gifts you can give yourself. You are allowed to let go of the past, to forgive yourself, and be proud of what you've done, what you've survived, and who you are still becoming. I want you to claim these 4 gifts: pride, letting go, honesty, and resilience. And I'd love to know the answer to those 4 statements. So fill in the blanks for them. I'd love to hear the answer to those 4 statements. I'll repeat them again. So 1 accomplishment I'm finally willing to be proud of is blank. 1 thing I am willing to let go of is blank. 1 story I want to stop hiding from myself is blank. And lastly, 1 strength I have today because of my experiences is blank. So please leave a comment. Let me know the answer to your questions. I would love to hear your answers. And thanks for listening to this little tip. I hope you have enjoyed your Merry Christmas present. Accept these gifts. And also, please donate to my charity for medical research at unstoppablestoriesthatmove.com. If you enjoy these gifts, please consider making a monetary gift to my charity. Consider donating to my charity for medical research at unstoppablestoriesthatmove.com. Together we can save lives. And now it's more urgent than ever because the NIH budgets are getting cut and we have to do something about it. I hope you'll join me. I'm Sally Hed Dahlquist, host of the podcast Unstoppable Stories That Move. So keep moving forward, and many blessings to you this holiday season and beyond.